どうも、おはちはバンロック、まめろっくです。今回もコントロール続き遊んでいきたいと思います。はい。で、今ね、交差路じゃなくって、基盤のね、今、エグゼクティブに一旦戻ってきております。で、戻ってきてね、ちょっとエミリーの方見たらね、話しかけれるようになってたんで、ちょっとね、話しかけてみたいと思います。おい。よし。なんか、他の人もいてるね。だいぶちょっと様子が変わってきてるね。エミリーなんだい？話をしよ
う。Jesse, good to see you. We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you asked. I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any hiss ever got out, that would be the end of everything.
そうだね。
Well, eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research, effective immediately. I want you to use everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the hiss out for good.
That's... really?
あ、そっか。
I mean, yes, I can certainly... Yes!
すごく嬉しそう。
Yes, I accept.
You'll do great. Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I'm honored, Jesse, really. Thank you.
そっか、ジェシー局長だからね、任命できるんだ。そっか。これで何かいけるかな？他はもうないかな？
I've looked through the docs we found in dimensional research. That slide projector is extremely powerful. You were right to shut it down.
あ、変わってるね。じゃあ、長官としてのジェシーが聞こうか。
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I am still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were. We won't ever be like them.
ダーリング博士もやっぱり消えちゃったんだね。
When the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. Considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. The fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
ご立腹だったね、エミリー。ディランの状況。
How was Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me.
Don't worry. We'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here. I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that.
そうね、本当にね。ディランもね、目覚めるといいね。ヘドロン共鳴増幅器の失敗。
So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay. Which I'm guessing must be...
Me.
you. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that. I'm just glad you're here with me. That's good to know. Thanks, Emily.
ほう、なんかポラリスのおかげで増幅器がまた使えるようになったってことかな。で終了で。
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
まだね。
Please, Emily.
やめて、エミリー、何
joke.
変動の不一致。あ、いろいろ研究してるね。へえ。全くわかんないけど。アイテムはないかい？ないようだね。おっと。ついでに。あれ、こんなここモヤモヤしてたっけ？なんかすごいモヤモヤしてない？こう冷気がある感じのあ、ちょっとアリッシュなんかあるかな。
I heard you close the hiss portal, or whatever it is we're calling it.
うん。
If we could just flush out the stragglers.
あ、聞けるいろいろ。ね、アリッシュの将来。
So, what's next for Simon Arish?
Well, first off, I'm banning all slide projectors. That's it. Seriously, though, we need to review our protocols. Research should not be making decisions that endanger the entire Bureau. Fuck it. The entire fucking world without some serious oversight.
I think Pope would agree. Certain people in the Bureau have been working in the shadows for too long.
And I'd like to make these HRAs part of the mandatory Bureau uniform. They're not stylish, but better safe than sorry.
I don't think anyone will complain. Not after this.
じゃあ、長官としてのジェシー。
What are your thoughts on me serving as
まあ
director?
自分で聞いちゃう。
Well, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Trench was fine, but... Well, you pulled us back from the brink, so... Well, I'm honored to serve, man. I mean, fuck, shit. Faden. Sorry.
He'll get it one day.
なんか無理やり言わせたかもちょっと否めないけど。状況報告。
So, what's the situation in my bureau, Arish?
The situation is we are still up to our eyes in hiss. Not to mention the months of repairs it's gonna take just to get this place up and running again.
But is it doable?
Of course it is. You just might need to tell some rangers to grab a wrench once they're done hunting hiss.
ほう。スライドプロジェクター。あれ。OK。
Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide projector?
Well, Salvador never did, but I doubt he even knew. Look, I'm well aware that it's our job to study and contain the things that we don't understand, but some of the things that Darling did were way outside of our mission statement. Look, these things are not toys, and acting like they are is only ever going to end one way. At least Pope seems to understand that.
Well, it's secure now. No one can reach it without my say-so.
But thank Christ for that.
ほう。マーシャル最後。
Marshall's been missing for a while now. Any ideas where she could be?
The last time I saw her was in maintenance when I was leading the Rangers out of the Atlas. Yeah, I told her it wasn't safe, but she said she had to go check on something.
Did you ask where she was going?
Whew, Marshall is not the kind of person you question. Kind of intimidating, you know? But, she was by herself. If that helps at all.
Not really, but thanks.
いいえ、全然。
Hopefully she turns up.
うん。終了。マーシャ
I'll see you
ル。
later.
でもマーシャルね。ホットラインから話しかけてきたからね。もうちょっといないんじゃないかと思うけど。うん。じゃあ、そうだね。ファーストトラベルで言えてない。戻ります。基盤の、よいしょ。こういって、こういって、あ、この上か。上行けるかな。高さが足りない。高さが足りないとこ多いんだよね。これね。あ、なんかあそこの。はははははは。上から行く感じかな。なんかそんな感じになってるっぽいな。無理だよね。あ、でもいいもんあるやん。あれか。あれ使うのか。よし。オッケーオッケーオッケー。あの上もいけそう。あ、まずこっちじゃないな。あっちか。裂け目。あははは、これであれだ。一応ハテなとこは来れたってことか。裂け目。あ、なんかあるね。へえ。ちょっと目的地に行く前にこっち来ちゃうみたいな。裂け目だって。何があるんだろう。あ、何これ。何これ。入ってみたくなるけど。別に何も。VHS テープ追記。ここはでも行けないんだね。まだだね、これ。じゃあ戻ろう。特にだった。頑張ってきたけど。じゃあ行くか。行こう。これだ、まっすぐね。出るー。あ、RT って出て今まで出なかった表記が。で、こっちでこっちでいいのか。あ、 あ、いてる。待ち構えてるんだが。へばりついて待ってたね。強化必須。よいしょ。あ、横から巻きだ。ちょっと待って。オッケー。ちょっとごちゃっとなっちゃった。これで合ってるよね。あれ何これ。なんかもやーっと光ってんだけど。なんだわかんないな。ああびっくりした。びっくりしたよね。すごく。これで合ってるかい？合ってるね。洞窟で儀式を完了する。あ、これか。通れなかったとこは通れるようになった。ヒスが入ってきた。あ、マーシャル。ネイル。
Marshall blew up the nail? What the hell was she thinking?
どういうことだろう。さあ来た。もやもやちゃんがいてる。これって倒せんのかな。てかもやもやちゃんもちょっとこうあれなんだけど強そう。うわ、なんか来た。うわー、飛び出た。びっくりだよ。あれ倒せんのかな。あ、倒せそう。今までなんか倒せないと思って。いや、倒せないな。やっぱり倒せないわ。いや、倒せんのか。でもあの子だけだもんね。こっちに寄せておびき寄せてぐさってできるかな。あ、でも違うとこ来たよな。ちょっとやってみるか。おびき寄せて。どこ行った。でも他の敵は湧いちゃう。あー、来た。無理だ。無理だな。やっぱ丸い子は倒せそうないね。おっと、後ろに迫ってる。いや待って、でもどうなってる。道があっちじゃなかったってことか。ここだね。こっちだね。 こっちだね。あったあった。道間違えてた、思いっきり。あっち入ってたね。なるほど。ここか。オッケー。はいはいはい。オッケーです。来れた来れた。コントロールポイントだ。オッケー。扉があったからつい向こう行っちゃったけど逆だった。オッケー。じゃあ行こう。あっちの向こうだね。ここなんか通れる。あ、この向こうだ、奥だ。あっちでもなんか見えてたような気がしたけど。あっちも行ってみたいな。まあいっか。とりあえずこっちだね。チャージが。オッケー。あ、これ呼べるよ。呼ぼう。
Director Faden here. Dispatch a ranger to this
派
location.
遣せよ。レンジャーを派遣せよ。あ、どっちが来た？あ、早いな。っていうか、苦労して来たのに、君はここに来れるんだね。すんなり。入れる。やべやべ。頑張って。あ、メンテナンスでだよ。オッケー。おい。あー、いっぱいだったわ。オッケー。あ、いたいたいたいたいた。どこだ。あの奥にもいてる。大丈夫かレンジャー。やべ。うわ、すごいなんか飛ばしてくる。あ、嘘でしょ。
At my location.
派遣よろしく。来た。あ、大丈夫。はじけたな。はじけたね。あー、スナイパーがめんどくさいな。本当に。もうほらこれこうなるでしょう。よし、いけた。レンジャーの声しなくなったぞ。よいしょ。どう置いてる。ああ、はい、洗脳。オッケー、戦ってくれ。私のために。どこいた？わかんない。終わった？ドゥイーン。よかった。終わったね。ああ、もうこれ、間欠戦があるから余計にダメージいってたんだな。はあ。はあ、びっくりした。この先かな？だな。他なんかアイテムとか。まあ、いっか。あ、レンジャー生きてる生きてる。よかったね。5人ぐらい倒したかな？ あの先か。気をつけるべし。あった。もう敵出てこない？大丈夫かな？
All right. This is the last one.
これが最後ね。OK。
I can't believe Marshall's brilliant plan was to blow up the nail. And she thought I wasn't ready.
あ、来た。これすごいね。これはめちゃくちゃすごいことになってる。いけるかな、時間内に。複雑だね。とりあえずやりますか。戻ってきちゃう。早いなこれ。早い。めっちゃ早い。あ、いけた、やっと。うわ、めっちゃ苦労した。はあ、ジェシーめっちゃ涼しい顔してるけどすごいかかったよ。やっといけたね、全部柱が。
Easy as pie.
意外とあっけ。何？あれで最後ね。ネイル終了？おっと、何が来てんの？どうなってんの？崩壊してるけど？え、なんかできてる。どういうこと？戻れない。え？向こう行ける？どうすればいいんだろうこれ。今どういう状況なんだろう。あ、なんか出てきた。あ、そういうこと？うわー、すごい。あー、やべえ、落ちた。落ちた。外れました。急ぎすぎて。あ、嘘でしょ、こんなところで。ありえへん。こっち行ってみよう。じゃあ無理。あー、びっくりした。よかった。あそこに近づかないとあれだね、行き場所が出ないんだな。壊れちゃうから急いで行ってたけど、シュッと細くなっててね。よいしょー。オッケー。はい、よかった。あ、これすごい崩壊してるね。
Things should be better now, not worse. Emily will know. I hope.
多分そうだね。エミリーに話すしかないか。どういうことって感じだね。びっくりした。あ、待って、なんか向こうになんか行き道があるな。新しいミッション、ピラミッド。あ、いやい。 はい。あー怖い。ほい。ドゥイーン。ついた。ポープと話す。エミリーどこ？あ、いた。エミリーここまで来たんだね、わざわざ。
What did you do? What is causing these tremors?
I thought you could tell me. I completed the 4 rituals just like the board told me to. The astral bleed should have stopped.
Look, it has stopped. The nail is repaired. But we have a new problem. My analysis of the nail indicates that it is literally a piece of the astral plane. Or possibly a vessel containing the astral plane. Or both. Either way, right now both dimensions are vibrating at completely incompatible frequencies. The spatial friction they are generating is incalculable. It's going to destroy both planes.
I messed this all up. Maybe Marshall was right to destroy the nail. I should have left it in pieces.
No, then the astral plane would still be leaking in. Sometimes there's no right answer, Jesse. We need more information.
No. I need to fix this now. I'll figure something out.
No, we should really make a plan. The tremors are originating from directly below us, but we don't know what...
Perfect. I'll head down and take care of whatever's going on. Just do what you can from here.
Jesse, you can't just...
I have to, Emily. I'm the director. This is on me.
ネイルの底に到達する。
I told you we were gonna die down here.
だから壊しても修復してもどっちみちって感じだったんだね。あんまり良くないっていうか、だから新たに修正が必要と、そういうことだね。で、エミリーがまた聞けるんで話しよっか。はい。
Jesse, you're back. So did you find anything noteworthy? The original Bureau expedition down here left so much interesting
さっ
stuff.
きと全然違う。
Like their ID cards. I picked up a weird one.
あ、そうだ、拾
It's
っ
pretty
た。
old.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, I found a few ID cards myself. Or more accurately, the Rangers found them for me.
うん。
Are you starting a collection?
I'm going for the whole set. I kid, of course. But I suppose they are sort of like baseball cards, except for Bureau stuff from the 60s. Hey, the one you found is different than mine. It looks like it's a higher clearance level.
A rare one, then.
レアカードみたいに。
Yeah, I absolutely do. But I think you should hang on to it for now. High clearance access might come in handy.
おう。
Sounds like you have something in mind.
Guilty. See, I've been going through Dr. Ash's notes, or the ones I can find, anyway. Like Darling, he seemed to enjoy hiding his most relevant research. From what I gather, there is another floor beneath the warehouse with a special lab that requires 5 high-level staff members just to access.
特別な研究所。
Here, take this. It's an old skeleton key. Something else the Rangers found.
古い骸骨の鍵。
I give them $5 for every useful trinket they bring me.
I'm gonna assume this key is my ticket to that lower floor. And that super secret lab you mentioned.
Bingo bango, as Dr. Darling used to say. Look, keep your eyes peeled for more ID cards around the warehouse. If Ash's notes are reliable, and I'm sure they are, then 5 is the magic number.
残りは5枚。はは。おー、ID カードを5枚見つけるっていうサブミッション出たね。で、まだあるよ、エミリー。話せるよ。なんだろう。
If you're not gonna listen to me, then you better go figure out how to stop this. There's no telling what could happen if the vibrations escalate.
お、ネイル。
Any progress with the nail?
Of course. I've been busy with surface analysis. Its composition is remarkably similar to that of material found in the astral plane, but it alters itself between my observations. It's almost as if it doesn't like being examined.
So the nail is from the astral plane.
Not necessarily. See, if we assume that, we're suddenly facing a lot of new questions. How did something so large get out of the astral plane? How did it get inside the oldest house? Did a threshold bring it in? Did people? Maybe through the motel.
Maybe it was always here.
Doubtful.
なんか石があるみたいだね。クリスタル。
Have you spent any time looking into the crystals growing around here?
As if I could resist. The biggest question is where it comes from.
調
A
査したんだね。
threshold? Or is it native to the Foundation? But if so, why doesn't it grow in the rest of the oldest house? The fact that they returned to an earlier state when damaged is severely inconsistent with our reality's adherence to linear time. So either they're A, partially conscious, or B, organic elements that are foreign to and yet influenced by our dimension. The jury's still out. Have you learned anything about the crystals?
I have a power that lets me stretch them.
Huh.
Yep.
いえびっくりしたマーシャル。
Any idea what Marshall would be doing down here?
That information is on a need-to-know basis, Faden. Sorry, I can resist. But honestly, I never had much interaction with Marshall. She only came to me when she was looking for Darling. But this is Helen Marshall we're talking about, the woman who single-handedly dealt with the Bergen Peak AWE. If she's down here, it's because she needs to be.
Well, clearly she couldn't handle this one on her own.
終了。
I'll see you later, Emily.
Good luck. Take notes.
メモ忘れずにね。OK! よし、じゃあ、ピラミッドがあるけど、今回この辺で終わりにしようかな。で、サブも行きたいし、まあ次回はどっちするかちょっとね、まだ決まってませんが、はい。今回はこの辺で終わりにしたいと思います。また続きの動画でお会いいたしましょう。じゃあ、またねー。